Hey everybody.
Hi.
We have
Ladies of the Lanai. My
yes.
name is Christine.
I'm Tina. I always forget that part
I
sometimes. Okay.
know. That's fine.
We're doing a you asked, we answered.
You asked and we answered.
This one was someone had a question about what we were expecting that we had to do when you buy a new home.
Right. Or what we didn't know when you
Oh, yeah.
bought a new home. What you think you're all set because you bought a new home, but how much you need to prepare that you're going to probably either have to do or want to do.
Right. So for me, because I've never owned a house before, I lived in an apartment in New York for 35 years, but
Right.
a lot of things were new for me. But one of the things was the gutters. I
Yeah.
don't know if it's different with other new homes, but they only put a gutter in the front, and it was rainy when I
Mm-hmm.
first came. So I had to have gutters installed. I wanted them all the way around
Yeah.
because it's a mess. So that was one.
Yep, they only put them right in the front, like right where you would walk into your house, so you're not getting drenched.
Mhm.
But depending on how the rain is coming, you, my friend had it pouring off the roof, like right by the door of her lanai. So it was
Yikes.
all like really, it was really just, and yeah.
Yeah.
So we did the same thing with our new home. We did also had to buy the gutters. It wasn't terribly expensive. I want to
Mm-mm.
say
Like 1,000 or something
yeah, a
like that.
little over $1,000
Yeah.
to have it done for my house too.
I'm going to skip down to one of the first things I did because I thought it would be included, but the house doesn't come with a washer and dryer.
Right, it has all the kitchen appliances,
Yeah.
refrigerator, dishwasher, oven, microwave, but no washer dryer. The hookup is there,
Mm-hmm.
but you have to buy
So,
it.
yeah. So I just went through Best Buy. I didn't know what I was doing. I got like the biggest, the whatever,
Because
like,
you're single by yourself, you thought you needed the biggest.
yes. Well, like she's like, do you want to do comforters and things like that? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, true. That's
So,
true. You want to be able to wash your
yeah.
comforter.
So I have a
Okay.
giant washer and a giant dryer.
Can I bring my comforter over?
Yeah.
Because we have regular size.
The other thing, I think this is it's a personal thing is landscaping because they come with minimal landscaping, but because I have a house that has what they call a kissing lanai, where your my lanai faces someone else's lanai. So I was like, oh no, if they're going to be out there, I need something. So I did some landscaping in the front and then also in the back, like for some privacy. And that budget I think can be
Massive,
massive.
depending. I mean, you didn't do rock walls
No.
or like any kind of retention wall that some people do. You just did. Um, I'm not going to call it basic. I'm going to call it like maybe a step or two above basic,
Mm.
but what you needed to give yourself privacy
And then in the front, I
and
just wanted a little bit of color.
color rather than they put in the basic bushes that are very, very pedestrian, I'll call them.
Yeah.
And that was, you want to say how much it cost? I think you
I'm
told
trying to
me
remember.
like 10,000. I
Yeah,
think you told
it
me.
was like 10 or 11, something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, and
Yeah, but it can be any range. And you also have to get approval from ARC
yeah.
before you do
We're
anything.
just about getting ready to have just the pine straw removed and some mulch put in, and a few other really minor things. Just to have the pine straw removed all around the house.
I'm
It's
scared. What
well,
the
it's 400, and my husband's like, "Well, we could do it." I'm like, "No, we can't.
exactly.
No,
We'll
that's
be
too
here
much
for
work."
weeks
Yeah,
trying to pull it.
yeah.
This is another personal preference thing, but I did this actually before I moved in because a lot of people wrote about it, but is to epoxy the garage floor. And that, what is, when someone epoxies, what is exactly is that?
Yeah. So, did you do it?
Yeah,
You
I
did
had
do it.
someone do it.
So we chose, we were going to do it. We didn't. Epoxy is like a layer of, I'm not, I don't know, epoxy.
It's a layer of epoxy.
It's sort of not plastic. I don't know what the right word is, but it gives you that barrier for your garage floor. So that if oil drips,
Mm-hmm.
it's easier to just clean up.
Right.
Whereas cement tends to be a little bit porous, I guess, and that it then could stain. So a lot
Yeah.
of people do choose to epoxy the garage floor. Now we did it with our other house that we owned first up north, and then we chose to not do it. We haven't done it to the new house.
Is it
Um,
something you're waiting to do maybe later, or you just were like,
it's
I don't think we really need it?
I think for us, I mean, another person will say, that's the first thing you should do.
Uh-huh.
And for us, we just said, well, we have these, kind of like thin mats that the car goes over. And we thought the floor of the new house had this sort of polished cement look to it. We were like, it's not that bad. A lot of people do it. That was
Yeah.
just our personal preference to not do it. But we are doing our driveway and walkway.
Yeah.
And you don't
That's
have these
paint. That's painting, isn't it?
paint.
Yeah.
You can
And
paint
that needs approval.
or you can epoxy it, but we're
Pre-approval.
painting it.
Yeah.
And so we are doing that. We are doing the driveway and the walkway up to the house because I just want it to look a little more finished,
Yeah.
I guess.
I think I like it.
Plus, our entryway to our house is a little bit of a hallway, and it just seems to collect, whatever. So this will be easier to clean it.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is also another personal preference, but I did it because of temperature reasons. And also my house faces, I guess it's east because I also have a black garage door, so it gets really hot in my garage. So I did the insulation of the garage door and the attic so that it would not get as hot.
Okay.
I don't remember how much that cost, but that was something that.
And what we did with regards to that is we put in a screen for the garage door.
I've seen that.
So
that
we have
looks
two.
Nice.
We have. I don't know if I can explain. We have two garage doors. We have the one that's comes with the house, and then we have the screen one. So if you put the garage door all the way up, the screen can come all the way down,
and the air,
and then you get the airflow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen some of those. But another thing is I added a storm door. I never knew that that's what it was called, but it's basically the glass. I guess you'd say the glass door. Like you have your heavy door that you can't see through.
All we have is the regular solid door. Some of them have side lights on the side or a light up on top, but you and I both have the solid door with no side lights. So we both did the same thing. We both installed the screen door.
Yeah. So it's like glass or screen, and then it also helps like more light.
It helps with more light. Yes, more light, and it helps with the airflow in the house.
And I did mine through Home Depot. Wait, Home Depot, or is it Lowe's? Which is the one up by
Lowe's? I think.
Okay, I did it through Lowe's.
I think Trailwinds Plaza.
Yes,
that one. That's Lowe's. Yeah, we bought it through them too, and we just had a handyman install it.
Okay. Another thing, again, it's also a personal thing, but it was very important to me. And I did it before I moved in or as I moved in was custom closets because all the closets come with like these wire racks. And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
So I did like the custom closets.
Yeah.
Did
jealous.
You guys do?
I'm jealous. No, we didn't do that. I would have loved to. I did buy some custom. Well, I'm going to call them custom because I bought it from Amazon, these shoe boxes. So I made like below my clothes, I made a whole shoe box thing. I have this little door and that's the shoe. So they're all nice and neat.
I did that in New York, in my apartment in New York.
Yeah.
And then the last thing I have is the bedroom lighting. Like there is none. Like in here, actually I had a ceiling light installed. So in the bedrooms, there's no ceiling light or anything, but there are fans and you can have someone
a light kit. You buy the ceiling fan light kit and they can turn your ceiling fan into a fan and light combo.
Yeah. But that was, I felt really necessary because otherwise you're like in the dark.
Yeah.
But those were the things that I did. I wasn't expecting really to do. So they were additional costs.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else now that in your new home?
No, we didn't paint. We kept it all white like you did. But if you don't like all white, you be prepared that you might going to have to paint.
Right.
And
the floors. Other people do the LPL, the luxury. No,
LVP.
LVP.
Luxury vinyl plank. Did you have the rolled? Is that what you have? The rolled?
I have what the house came with.
Yeah. So I think it's the high quality rolled linoleum.
Yeah.
Which I guess when they came to my neighborhood, they're doing. It's a high quality linoleum plank, so it's not quite luxury vinyl plank, but it's like I think it's almost luxury vinyl plank. So that's what we have in our house, and the new homes all have carpeting in the bedrooms. Some people don't like that. I like it. I'm fine with the carpeting in the bedrooms and the plank throughout the rest of the house.
Yeah. My bedrooms all have came with carpeting.
Yeah, and you
See,
like
so-
it.
And
I have a friend who bought a new house in DeLuna and ripped out all the carpeting in the bedrooms, even though it was all brand new, because she doesn't like. A lot of people don't like carpeting.
I was going to, just because I have a dog and the hair and all that, and then I just decided, budget wise, let me do what's most important to me, and that fell to the wayside.
Yeah, you pick and choose what you do. Like for me, the garage floor, we really thought about it, but then we. And the other thing we did was we enclosed our lanai. So that was kind of a big thing. That was a big ticket item, which means, when you buy a brand new house, it's all these big screens. That's all it is. They don't even have like brackets in between. It's just a big screen. And so you're very much like inside outside, which a lot of people love, and we did too. But we decided to close it in. There's a few companies that do it. One of them is called Full View. Another one is called Custom Windows. There's probably more than that, but those are the two that we looked at. So we had the screens removed, and we had glass put in. So there's still a screen, new screen with glass that slides. And on the bottom is a transom window. So you can have it full view so that it's all the way down. You could use it as a door and get out. But we didn't see the need for that. We just wanted to be able to open up the windows so all four of them can stack upon each other. So we have basically view-wise what we had before, or we can close them so that when there's rain, when the dust, the pollen,
and temperature, you're also good. You can enjoy your lanai all year round.
There's a certain amount of temperature control. I mean, we'll find out because we haven't lived with a summer with it yet. But our lanai is relatively small. I want to say it's something like 10 by 15 or something like that. So we're hoping that when we open our glass sliders to the house, if we crank up the AC a little bit, that it will at least make that room temperate, not hot.
Yeah.
So we'll see, but it'll keep the room drier. It'll keep down noise and keep out the dust and pollen, that kind of stuff.
So I think that's what we weren't expecting to do.
Yeah, we weren't. No, those are just things that you're gonna, when you're looking at new versus old, and you see, the newer houses are quote unquote less expensive, right? But there's still a good, tens of possibly thousands that you need to consider that you might be wanting to put in on top of it.
Yeah. And that's it. We hope we answered that question well. And if you have any other questions that you want to ask, and we'll answer
to the best of our ability. We're not like home, remodeling experts. We're not financial experts. It's just like what we did and what we've seen,
right?
Kind of stuff.
Yeah. All right. So thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks a lot. And if you like the content we brought to you today, please like and subscribe, and please share our channel out to your friends as well. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.